Hi guys, it's Kathy Stoll from Bliss Beyond Nap Time, and welcome to the Creative Bliss in Life and Biz Show, my weekly show where I show you how to turn your creative bliss into a profitable and fulfilling coaching biz. So today marks the first day of a video series of how you can turn this into that. And today's this is blogging. And I'm going to be just using a whole bunch of examples of different realms of creative bliss that you can really apply some creativity coaching tools to go forward in your building a coaching business dream. So blogging is today's feature creative bliss, and one that is very near and dear to my heart because that is how my own coaching journey began. A long time ago, I was one crafty mama, and perhaps my most favorite creative pastime of all was blogging about my favorite creative pastimes. And it was a beautiful way for me to connect with other like-minded crafty mamas, and eventually it became evident to me that I could not blog. So I put my thinking cap and I was deciding ways I could turn it into business. So I tried many different ways, but what I found to be the most fulfilling, and it just kept leading to one thing after another, was deciding to go for my becoming a coach dreams. So I decided to go down the creativity coaching path because I have so many stories on how I found creative play has been very therapeutic for me, has been very meditative, and I feel it has really built some important life skill muscles that I use on a daily basis. And so I got certified as a creativity coach, and I'm going to show you in this series of shows how you can apply this to almost any creative bliss that you may be finding yourself swimming in these days. Okay. So for blogging in particular, if you want to start coaching from your blog, here are some steps I want to share with you. So first of all, obviously, start paying attention to what it is that you find yourself writing about over and over again. So just by the nature of coming to the proverbial blogging table at least once a week, back in my heyday, I was even blogging a few times a week, I just paid attention to the categories that I had tick off on the sidebar. And I noticed I was blogging a lot about, and this is like back in the day, I was blogging about homeschooling, gardening, sewing, knitting, crafting. So after some meditation, I started connecting to the dots and starting looking at, okay, what's the recurring theme here? What is the thread that binds all these bliss pieces together? And I decided that it was a lot about the importance of finding that time to just lavish yourself with that creative play. Yeah, I was just thinking too what is it that I have in common with these moms? And what the cool thing is about blogging is you can't help but share a little piece of what you find a most precious time of your day. And the cool thing is the people who are responding, either literally emailing you or, what happened with me, leaving comments, they were saying, yes, this is important to me too. So pretty cool if you have a blogging practice going on and you are getting that conversation started with your tribe, because this is going to be pretty easy for you to make that shift if this is what you're interested in. So now that you've established, okay, we're just going to play with one particular area for now, or a little teeny tiny handful just to get started. What the next step is, if you want to dig a little deeper, if you want to home in on a particular niche a little bit more, then you're going to start looking at those little conversations that have been started. And you might have to go way back into your archives, but what I did is I looked into my little folder. I have kept a folder forever since I started going online, like 12 years ago at least, when my daughter was a toddler. I kept a folder called Fan Mail, and it's just whenever I got a response from one of my readers of my blog saying, "Oh my God, thanks for posting this. I know it's weird, but it really helped me in ways I can't even explain." So all those feel-good emails or those comments and the questions that keep recurring, start digging into those files and see what keeps coming up. So to apply it from my own journey, back in the day, the questions that kept coming up were like, how do you find the time to do all that you're doing, plus blog about it? So that was interesting. So that was a big idea of, it's the time management piece. And it also made me think of, you know what? It does come down to the fact that I've been blessed. I get lots of sleep. My kids have always been easy sleepers. I pay a lot of attention to self-care. I was very passionate at the time about simplicity parenting. And it also came to the creativity piece. I found it again. It was medicine for me. Medicine that was actually prescribed to me by an acupuncturist that I found was really effective. So I was passionate about all those pieces. So I use my coaching tools to guide these moms who are asking me those questions, who were confiding in me about their challenges to find the time to go for their own bliss. So that is step number 2, is to look at what your blogging community is asking you, or if you follow them even, what are they struggling with that you might be interested in obtaining the coaching skills to help them in their struggles. And that is step number 3, is get those coaching skills. So perhaps you're already an expert, but you want to have a few coaching tools in your toolkit. So you can either take some training with me or whoever. You can get a book. You could work with your own coach to get the skills. So depending on the niche that you want to go with, this is the time to build your confidence that, yes, I can help you in this capacity. So what I did, I got creativity coaching tools and I applied them to help moms who are experiencing the same sorts of tribulations as, creatives. And that is feelings of procrastination, feelings of overwhelm, really getting paralyzed by expectations of perfection that they place upon themselves. So these are tools I was able to use with my first batch of clients. And I keep telling my students and my own private clients that if you're feeling a little like indecisive on who exactly you're going to serve, is just to choose one particular area, choose a niche. It's pretty important in the big scheme of things. But again, the whole release the perfectionism, you can always change your mind later. The last step, let's put it that way, is to start build awareness, either that you are now offering coaching or you are striving for this. So what is really sweet, especially with blogging, is that opportunity to be transparent. And I have clients that are approaching me today who have confessed they've been following me for a decade now, and they are just ready to become my coaching client. So they saw my journey from figuring all this out. My style of blogging back in the day was just super, this is from my heart. I wasn't like super vulnerable, but I just let my natural enthusiasm of what I was diving into in that chapter of my life, and it just came out naturally. So I encourage you, if you're blogging and you're thinking about offering coaching, just keep that transparency. Inform your readers that, hey, I want to start coaching and I signed up for this program, or thinking about helping you guys here. For example, I have one client who has a very popular homesteading blog, and now she's coaching women who are interested in living a homesteading life. So that's just an example of, okay, I'm sure she got the feedback from her readers of, I want to do this, but I'm scared, or, we can't afford it now. I want the homesteading lifestyle, but, it's not really realistic for me right now. How can I apply the essence of that lifestyle to my city dwelling scenario right now? So that's just an example. You can start writing about how you might be able to help once you're open for biz, or if you're ready to open up that coaching package. There you go. Even your sales page can simply be a blog post of, hey, I can help you. This is where you can email me to sign up for this package. It's only available for such and such a time, for such and such a value, and see where it goes. Today I was taking a shower because today is Thursday and this is the day that I do my weekly show. Chances are good if it's Thursday. I took a shower and anticipating what I was going to share with you guys, and what came up for me is I'm very giddy because I got a new laptop, so I'm feeling like really productive. I feel like my fingers are spraying magic everywhere I go, because if I hit something, it's going to pop up on my screen like instantly and not spend 10 minutes thinking about it. So that giddiness of like, oh my God, I am so excited. It's my first full day working with my new laptop. Things are going to happen today. Things that have been on my list for a while. It reminded me of one of my favorite mantras, which is success loves speed. So this is just an example, but usually what I mean by that mantra is today is the best day to start. So even if it's just a micro step towards moving towards your becoming a coach dream, take it. Even if it's just thinking out loud on your blog, or if today's going to be the day when you just daydream about it, or you look through your own fan mail folder and start thinking about what would this look like for me to work with my audience, then take that step, take action, because success loves speed. And I love laptops that are fully functional. Okay, so if you need some support in kind of swooshing your mind around this idea, I encourage you to head over to Bliss Beyond Nap Time and grab my new opt-in. It's 50 creative coach niche ideas, and that might get your wheels spinning inside you. Wheels that are going to start picking up the speed, because success loves speed. Okay guys, so tune in next week when we're going to profile another creative bliss that you too can turn into a coaching biz. I will have the link to my opt-in down below and up there and everywhere. Okay, we'll see you next time. Bye.